find out like minutes before a webinar.
Exactly.
All right, guys, I believe we're live. So
we are.
hello, everybody. This is Shane McFarland. I'm here with my good friends John Michael and Steph Perez. We have just come off the ultimate leadership conference. It was amazing. We got to meet some of the most incredible people, including the president, Larry Marcus. We heard about the new product release, and that is why we are here. We're going to change some things up a little bit from our original format of the 7 days a week webinar, because we talked with the president, we talked with some other people, and we found out a better way to be able to bring stuff to you, and more importantly, to help you get people to this webinar, because that's what it's all about. We want people to be engaged, and if you don't have anyone coming through your storefront, then no one's going to buy your product. And that's what it's more. That's what's more important, and that's what this is going to be all about. So I believe, and John Michael's going to step in here for a second, because I believe we're doing 2 nights of kind of a demonstration promotional, and then 3 nights. Actually, I don't even know, because I'm going to let John Michael take that. Steph and I have been traveling. We got back a day later. And so, John Michael, why don't you give us the new format?
Sure. And as Shane said, talking with Larry, one of the things that he made really clear this weekend is that, the most successful businesses of all time in the direct sales and home business industry have always kind of followed this format of Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, opportunity meetings, if you will, or business briefings. And so there's a couple things that we know, and one of those things is that the stories that we've been told by the online marketing gurus don't always work and don't always apply. So for those of us that think that all we got to do is just send somebody to a webinar and our job is done, we want to help you guys understand that it's about engaging the people before and after they've been on that video presentation. That's going to be the ticket to your getting more folks involved on your team. And so what we want to do is on Mondays and Wednesdays and Sundays, we're going to bring you guys a very short sort of a strategies and tactics meeting, or what I don't like the phrase war room, but what they call
locker room.
What is it?
Locker room.
Locker room. Yeah, there we go. I love locker rooms. Okay, so we're going to talk about we're going to give you guys a strategies and tactics session. And it's going to be an opportunity for us to just get real with you guys and say, hey, this is what we need to do for the next event. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to have our big presentations. And the really exciting thing about that is that that we're going to keep these short and sweet. And on Tuesday nights, the idea is going to be for you to get folks to click on the link at the bottom of the page. On Thursday nights, the idea is going to be to get folks to get on that webinar, that corporate webinar on Thursday night, so that you can actually find out what's going on with the company and get people more excited and tapped in. Now, remember, if you've got a prospect on Monday night, don't sit here and complain. Don't whine about it. Don't get upset. Monday night, you still have the hour of power that you can do. You've still got Shane's video, the Ultimate Freedoms video. We've still got your video that's on your webpage to build. But this is because we're doing this because what's coming, guys, frankly, is so big and has such incredible potential for you that if a company were about to launch a product that's this big, that could have this kind of potential and this kind of impact on your incomes, there would be some of these little changes that are going on. There would be tweaking that goes on every day. So we need to get back with you guys on Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday just to let you know as we're tweaking and refining the system, because it's all about putting more money in your pocket. It's all about helping more people get to that pay window when we turn the switches in the beginning of December. So just think about this. Every single week you're going to have 3 coaching sessions with us, and you're going to have 2 big opportunity sessions to bring your prospects. And by all means, feel free to invite some of your better prospects to sit in on a coaching session. One of the most successful things I ever did was telling folks, hey, I'd love you to eavesdrop on our next training. And I let them dial in and listen to a training session, because we knew that during these training sessions they're going to get a feel for who we are, and what we bring to the table. And I promise you, you're not gonna find in other companies the kind of teamwork and expertise and experience that you have just on this Hangout, let alone with all of the other leaders here in the company. So Shane, I hope that made it a little bit clearer. Now, so that does mean tomorrow night we'll do a short 15-minute strategy and tactics session, and you guys can start promoting folks for Thursday night to be on our webinar.
And here's the deal. We're doing this for a very specific purpose. We are doing this to get you positioned in the best possible place for this new product release. We are going to be teaching you exactly what needs to be done so that you're comfortable come go day and go time to be able to handle the influx of leads that you're going to be getting, because this is going to be just going crazy. And by positioning yourself right now with the top leaders, it's going to be unbelievable. And if you're on and you're not a member of Xplocial, then you need to join right now and get in and talk with the person that brought you here, because you're positioned right now to learn over the next 30 days, and maybe even less, how to get the most people in front of your product when this thing releases. And I'm going to tell you what, it's not just going to be me and Steph and John Michael. I'm going to clue you in right now that we're going to have special guests on here doing training. And I guarantee you one of those special guests is going to be the president, Larry Marcus. We're going to have Tom Westrick on here. We're going to have some of the young bucks teaching us what they were doing. And we're going to be actually role-playing with some of you and working with some of you, the brand newbies coming on. We're going to be going back and forth with you so that you guys get to interact, so that you get some confidence built up, so that when it hits and it's time to go, you know exactly what to do. Now, I don't know if there's any other companies out there that are doing this, that are prepping somebody for a launch like this, but we're here for you. We're doing this for you, and it's most important that rather than just the opportunity meetings, that we prep you for what's really going to matter, what's really going to happen. And that's teaching you what you need to know in order to get people in front of the videos, and then to have them join, to know what to say to them on the follow-ups, and go through all of that. I mean, I am so excited sitting here, and I get excited every single day. Even the flight coming back, I'm taking notes. I have learned so much over the past weekend. Steph and I were just joking about it. I'm like decompressing. She said, yeah, it's like, I have a hangover from New York, and it's not from drinking. It's from all of this information that we were getting, and as leaders, we learned so much. Steph, why don't you tell them a little bit about, what it was like and where we're going to go with this?
Man, it was crazy. I feel like I'm like getting sick a little bit too. I think from being up and just feeling like I'm kind of outside of myself with all of this. But it was an amazing experience. It's one thing to Skype with the CEO of a company and to get on the phone with the CEO of a company. And it's another thing to literally sit down and spend hours and hours and hours one-on-one with him, hearing stories of his success in this industry and even of his failures. And as he was building his own MLM network marketing business from an early age and everything he went through, and to hear the vested interest that he has in the success of his leaders, knowing that if we are successful, if we really see this vision, that we can translate that vision down to our teams. So my confidence, not only in the company, but in the leadership and the vision of Larry Marcus, it absolutely expanded during this weekend in New York. And being able to connect and hear from the different leaders, up-and-coming leaders who haven't even made a whole lot of money, all the way up to people, like us who are earning over $10,000, with Xplocial. It was just awesome to hear everyone's inputs and ideas. And when I think about where we're going right now, since I've gotten back from New York, I sit in front of my computer screen and sometimes I just don't know what to do because we were given so much information. We know the plans moving forward, and we just want to make sure that we do a really, really good job of translating that over to you so that when it's go time, as much as you can be in the know, we want you in the know. But most importantly, when I think about my military experience, one thing that we always harped on was readiness. Preparing the troops, making sure the troops were ready. You're just always ready for battle or for whatever, may happen. And so our job is really to prepare you and to get you ready so that when it is go time, you know exactly what to do. And I think one of the best things that we can do is take things back to the basics. when I thought about what my next strategy is going to be as I help my team members, it's going to be really, really simple. One of the basics is, hey, I can't work with you if you don't have a list. If you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to begin sponsoring 3 and 4 people, if you want to build your income to 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 a month, it's going to take a list. Whether that be people on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or your family, your friends, whoever, it's going to take a list. We're going to get you guys to a place where it's not just about sitting back thinking you're going to drive traffic and post ads and you're going to take the passive way to getting people to you, because most of you are not in a position where you can afford to take the passive way. It's going to take being very, very proactive, and that involves building a list, and that's something that Larry got us really to pay attention to and to think about while we were in New York, is that the most successful people in this industry make a lot of money because they built lists. And they teach their people to build lists, and they get on the phone together, and they make phone calls, and they invite people, and they expose people. So we're going to uncomplicate things, but at the same time, we're going to get people very, very uncomfortable. If you're comfortable right now not making money because you're playing the passive role, and that's fine with you, let us know that so we know not to push you. But if you're not making the kind of money you want to make right now, and you want to get uncomfortable so that you can get comfortable, then you need to definitely step up and let us know. We want to know who our leaders are going to be. We want to know who the people, who want to go into the year 2014 position, to make between $5,000 and $10,000 a month. We want to know who our players really are. We don't want to have to go seek you out. We want to know that whatever it takes to be successful, that you're willing to do it. I have a very close friend in this industry who's in another company, but she's earning like $30,000, $40,000 a month in a traditional network marketing company, and she recently shot a video, and she talked about how this industry isn't about doing the things that we like to do in order to build it. You take your job, for example. If you go to your job and you have a checklist of things that have to get done in order for you to collect your paycheck, you don't go through that checklist and then say, no, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to do that, and then still expect to get your paycheck. This industry is no different. If you want to pick and choose what you will and will not do, you can't expect a $10,000, $20,000, or $30,000 a month income. It's just not going to happen. If you want to pick and choose what you're going to do, that also means you're going to pick and choose to be successful or not be successful. And I know where we're at right now. We're thinking big. Like Shane and I, John Michael, we're all thinking, $1 million. We're all thinking, teams of thousands of people in the year 2014. And what we know is that we can't do that all by ourselves. We know that. We can do a lot of it by ourselves, but it'll be so much more fun to have key players on board with us, helping us in that process. How much fun would it be, to be able to go on cruises and the vacation together because you've helped people earn $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 plus a month? And that's the potential that we know this new product, this new opportunity has for so many people. I mean, it's time to take things to a whole nother level, and that's really what I got from New York, is that things got really real, and we are about to take things to a whole nother level. We're going to change lives, but it's absolutely going to involve getting uncomfortable, which I'm really excited about, John Michael's idea of these little mini coaching sessions. They're not cheerleading sessions, they're not rah-rah sessions. They're going to be mini coaching sessions to tell you exactly what you need to do to get people to presentation so they can get exposed. If you are showing up on these Hangouts all by yourself, guess what? You're not making any money. You're not even putting yourself in a potential to make money. We want to show you how to get those exposures so that you can get people signed up so you can begin making money. Shane and I spoke about something today, and I want Shane to go in a little bit of detail about it in terms of moving from where we are right now in Xplocial to knowing what we know about the new product and the new opportunity to come. One of the big things that we want you as our team members, just as we are focused on, to really focus on over these next 30 to 45 days. Shane, do you want to kind of share that game plan?
Sure. So, and I also want to talk about, I just love when Steph is talking about the $1 million because when we were in the leadership conference, I loved it because so many of these people that were in the leadership conference, some of the, kind of the younger guys, haven't been around the industry too long, but have been seeing a little success. We were in there, and Larry started talking about $1 million, and it was showed to us how easy it's actually going to be. And afterwards, I'm talking to a few of the younger guys, and they're like, man, I was just always thinking about $100,000 a year. And they're like, $100,000 isn't even a thought anymore. It's $1 million. And for these guys to get it and understand it is exactly where we want to take you. Because I would love to see people on my team making more than I do. Because it's not about me. I'm fine with $1 million or a couple $1 million. That's okay. You know, but my success would be seeing somebody out-earn me. That would be absolutely perfect in my world. And that's why we're here to do this for you. And that's why over the next 30 days we're trying to take you in this direction. And what we want to do is we need you to all take action, show up here, and we're going to sign up as many people as we can. Because by signing people up, you're going to be positioned for probably the largest and longest running product launch that is going to be online. There's a significant change that's going to happen, and you guys are going to see it over the next 6 months, and people are going to need a place to go. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, but a lot of big players are not going to be around anymore. These big companies, they're not going to be around anymore, and they're going to be looking for a product and a compensation plan that works for them, and they're going to see it as a long-term product, and they're going to know that 10, 20, 50 years from now, this is a company that's still going to be here, and I guarantee you that almost every man, woman, and child will want this product. And I wish I could tell you, but I can't. And it's, it's not black and white and red all over. I love that because a lot of people don't understand it, but I get a kick out of it. It is something that you guys are really going to love. And I put it in a post earlier. It's something that me and my wife are going to enjoy. So many of my family and friends are going to enjoy. It is the ultimate place to be is with us right now. And you might hear that all the time, but I'm being true. I told everybody here before, I shoot from the hip. I am, strong with my integrity and honesty. I don't try to throw up any BS, fluff, hype, anything like that. If you're here and you're from another company, then just watch what we're doing. And I would tell you to align yourself and position yourself with us because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. And I'm telling you what, with what we're going to unveil, your future is going to be much brighter here. And what John, Michael, Steph, and I are going to do is something that is just, it's unheard of. Because we're not even, it's not going to just be the three of us. We're reaching out to the top leaders in Xplocial, and they're going to be joining us over the next 30 days to guarantee a better position for you in this industry. And if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. If Steph talking about $1 million doesn't get you excited, I don't know what does. If John Michael doesn't get you excited when he's talking about his coaching, specific coaching, then I don't know what does. And I'll tell you what, I hung out with these two, and I love these guys. I have such an admiration for these people that I'm just blessed to have them in my life. And you're going to feel that same way when in 3-4 months from now, you're hanging out with us at a leadership conference because you decided to listen to what we're saying. You decided to listen to the message that's passed through us from Larry Marcus, someone that has been so successful in this industry, 32 years, making 6 figures and sometimes 7 figures. This man knows what he's talking about, and he is connected in the industry, and he knows what to bring as a product. I mean, I guess I'm getting a little excited here, and there's good reason for it, but I can't push it upon you guys enough how important it is for you to be here right now, how important it is for you to show up on these webinars. And I'm not saying that you need to show up at every opportunity meeting, but you need to be sending people here to every single one. And you can send people in, just like John Michael was saying, into a peek into what we're all about. Because when they see the excitement here, when they see some of the names and faces that are going to be on these webinars, they're going to get excited, and they're going to press that button. And that button they press is your button. It's your affiliate button. So they're joining your company. They're not joining our company. They're joining our team, but they're connected to you. And you're going to be building a massive team even before the release of this product, and that should get you excited. I'm kind of all over the place, so John Michael, why don't you just throw some stuff in there for us as well?
Sure. And guys, first of all, Shane, I just want to say that, if in order to make you happy, and you just expressed what would make you the happiest, since I'm in your pay line, I'll be more than happy to step up and earn more than you. I'll do my best.
I love it.
Guys, what I want to say is when we got home, not only did my own personal experience in New York was you just heard what my personal experience was. You heard it from both of these guys, whom I love very dearly too, and I can tell you that in the past, in 32 years in this industry, I've been to at least 30 annual conferences or conventions, and I've never. Those who know me know that this is the truth. I have never been able to. I just couldn't wait to get home because I hate rah-rah crap, and I just hate conventions in general. And I would always connect with my team, but the other leaders, I was more interested in just kind of like eavesdropping, finding out what they're doing, and getting away from them. And here I came to the very first event in 32 years where I felt sad that I was leaving, and I actually had to leave a few hours early. To head home for medical reasons, and I literally felt like I was leaving 28 of my best friends, and for a high-functioning autistic person, I've never had 28 friends, so this was mind-boggling for me. But what I want to share with you guys is that since we got home, I got on the phone with every single one of our leaders, and I by email with some of our other emerging leaders. And I said to them, guys, I want to know what your goal is and what your why is. And it was really interesting to me to find out that that these people have goals just like all of us, that are their financial goals, their personal goals, but their whys weren't like, it wasn't, the why wasn't, well, I just want to make money. The why was they wanted to have time freedom to be able to spend time and visit their kids who are away at college, or spend time with their grandchildren, or go on trips, or take that cruise that they've always wanted to take, or maybe just to be able to get the home that they've always wanted to have. Those were really compelling whys. I had another lady who lives just across the river from me, and her why is to be able to spend more time taking care of a terminally ill sister and making those last years of her life really count. Those are such compelling and heart gripping whys. And so what we're going to be focusing on is helping folks understand that this isn't about the money. This is about what they get to do with the money. This is about lifestyle. And so you're going to hear a lot in the coming weeks about lifestyle, because we're not going to just be a network marketing opportunity or a home business opportunity. We're going to become a lifestyle movement. And we're going to almost become evangelical about this opportunity for people to develop a lifestyle, the lifestyle that suits them, the lifestyle that they're passionate about, not that we're passionate about. This is about you, not about us. And so that's why we're going to do these mini coaching sessions, because we want to find out what it is that you need, what it is that you want, what it is that you've always dreamed of, and then we're going to help you create a game plan, a step-by-step roadmap to get there. Anybody?
I'll step in there. I love how John Michael left it off, with a step-by-step game plan to get there, because as I reflect on my own success and, I think about, my team and the people that want to join and, just are kind of unsure. I think a lot of times the reason why, and this is going to hit home with a lot of you, and you're going to have to just decide to wake up and take ownership of your business, because we can only do so much. We can only show up and do so much. That's the job of anyone. Even Larry Marcus, he can only put an opportunity out there. He didn't have it in his power to make me successful. He didn't have it in his power to make Shane successful or John Michael successful or any of the leaders within the company. All he did was put the platform out there, which is why you hear us sometimes thank him so much for having the vision and for putting the platform out there, because he gave us something to work with. So now as leaders, what we're going to do now is we're going to come down a step further, from the CEO of the company. Not only do you have the platform, but we're going to give you the tools and the resources to go out there and be successful, but you've got to make up your mind to show up as well. If you have not been successful up until now, if you are not making the kind of money that you want to make, you're not sponsoring people, and you want to sit there and say that you don't understand why you're not sponsoring people, well, number one, if you've never built your list, for whatever your reason is, and this is the thing, is it doesn't matter what your reason is. No list, no money. That's just how this industry works. Unless you want to go out there and promote affiliate programs and ClickBank products, and you want to learn how to drive traffic and do all this complicated stuff that does not equate to building a thriving network marketing organization. If you want to do those things, that's one thing. But if you want to learn how to build an organization of people that know you, that love you, that will follow you and work with you and do whatever it is they need to do to get their business moving forward, that's what we're going to show you and teach you how to do. One of the things that I loved about this weekend was I got to meet two of my personal team members, Brandon Fuller and Dominic Barlow. And what I loved about these two gentlemen is, number one, Dominic was a platinum pass-up for me, and Brandon was Dominic's platinum pass-up for me. And up until this weekend, they were just names to me. Can I be real here for a minute? So maybe I can really help some people out here. They were just names to me. Okay, did I value them and did I, respect them? Absolutely, but they were still just names. Being able to meet and see them face to face and be able to build a relationship with them, to me now their success means so much more to me because I was able to put a face behind, their name. I was able to find out more about them, and now, as we connect on Facebook and text and phone, it's like their success means everything to me. And that's the kind of organization, that's the kind of team I want to build. I want to be able to say, you know what, I care about Anna's success, or I care about Cherie's success, or I care about, who's ever success, Melanie's success, Dominic's success. Like, I'm thinking of all these people that are in constant contact with me. That's the kind of organization we want to be able to build. And with what we have going on, the new product, oh my God, it's like I just want to just say it. I just want to tell you guys because I want you to get just as excited as we are, but it's about lifestyle. It's about attraction. It's so sexy. It's so savvy. It's going to put you in a different frame of mind, and it's going to, I really believe it's going to turn you into a different person, a different marketer, a different business builder that's going to allow you to attract a different kind of person to your business. So what I want to encourage you to do over these next 30 days or so is to really just latch hold onto every single thing that we're going to tell you to do. All the instructions, all the guidance, everything. And I want you to let go of your hang-ups. I want you to let go of everything that you thought it took to be successful here, because if you haven't been successful, if you haven't made more money than myself or Shane, or heck, Larry Marcus for that fact, if you haven't made any more money than we have, then you need to listen to what we're telling you. Because we have achieved some level of success. John Michael's been in this industry way longer than I've been in this industry, and he has achieved a higher level of success than I've achieved in this industry. Therefore, we know what it takes to build a thriving organization. Do you want a thriving organization? Do you want to be able to get paid off of the collective efforts of hundreds and thousands of people on your team? I'm shaking my head because I know I want to, and I know Shane wants to. Shane wants to be able to travel with his wife. He wants to be able to check out for months at a time and still know that his income's going to be there. With what we were doing under the Xplocial platform was nice. It was even cute. But what we knew was that we were working so hard and that walkaway income probably wasn't going to happen as easy as we wanted it to be. But with this new platform, we know that if we work hard, we work smart, and we rally people around what we're doing, and we teach people the right way from the beginning, that we all can begin to build that kind of income where you can go on a month or two vacation, or you can, go on a mission trip, or you can just check out for a little bit of time and still have a thriving organization. And that's what we look forward to building with you. So the one thing that I want to stress that if you haven't reached out to John Michael, if you haven't reached out to Shane, if you haven't reached out to myself, and let us know if you're in our pay lines on our teams, if you haven't let us know that you want to be one of our leaders, you want to be one of the people that's ready to get out of their comfort zones and really learn what it takes to build a business, let go of all your hang-ups, and you're really ready to listen, apply, and learn, you need to step up and you need to let us know that it's game on, that you are ready. And we're going to be there to tell you the exact next steps that we need for you to take, and what we're going to do and how we're going to meet you halfway to help you in accomplishing those next goals, to make sure that you are on board and really moving forward with us as we get closer and closer to the beginning of December. Shane?
And I want you guys to get real honest with yourselves right now. I'm going to give you some actions here. If you are already in Xplocial, and you guys aren't just kind of eavesdropping on what we're doing tonight, if you're already in Xplocial, I want you to at least do these 4 things. I want you to go into the scripts. These are scripts that have been back there since the very beginning, and pull out those scripts and read those scripts and actually have those scripts on hand for our next webinar. I want you to pull out that memory jogger because I know that probably 95% of you have not. Pull out that memory jogger and write down the names. Steph had mentioned a list, and we're not talking about your email list or something, you know, an email list of 15,000 people or something like that. We're not talking about even, you know, the list that you're going to create. There's all different places that you can have a list. Your list is going to be ever growing as well, but your list can start with that memory jogger, and you're going to have a list from your friends on Facebook. There are places that your list will expand to. But pull out that memory jogger and write down 100 names. Push yourself. It's not going to take you that long when you start thinking about it. And actually, when the new product is released, you're going to say, wow, I guess I could add another 100 people to this list because your mind just wasn't there. So really reach outside the box. And third, I want you to go to the videos. These videos have been back there since the beginning of time too, and I'm sure that most of you have not even watched all of the videos. And watch all 3 of the Fast Start videos, and most importantly, the bonus referral video. Take notes on it, because there really are some great nuggets that are back there that are going to help you in your business and help you moving forward. Now, we're going to be grabbing some of you, and I want you guys to step up. If you guys are, even if you're lacking confidence or something, I want you to step up and send us some emails or some inboxes saying, yeah, I'd like to get on a Hangout with you, and we'll do some interactions with you. We'll do some role playing with you. We're going to get real. We're going to get serious. We're going to make this happen because we're tired of not seeing the duplication, and we are going the extra step to help you guys get where you need to be so that when Go Day comes and the release comes, you guys are positioned like nobody else has ever been in the industry, and we're going to make that happen. Now, I don't really think that our webinar needs to go too much longer, so I'm just going to let these guys help me wrap it up. John Michael?
Hey, thanks, Shane. You know, I just want to thank the 2 of you for taking the time and bringing so much to the table. And guys, I want you to think about this. You know, if you lived in Bentonville, Arkansas, years ago when a guy by the name of Sam Walton opened up a little general store. You know, imagine what would happen if you had the vision and you had the opportunity handed to you to not only be in place when Sam Walton turned that little country store into the first Walmart, but imagine if you were really on the inside and Sam said, you know what, we're getting ready to take this thing to the next level, and I want you to be part of Sam's Club. You know, imagine what would happen if you had the opportunity to be in on the inside and he said, hey, you know what, I'm thrilled to have you in with us on Walmart and thrilled to have you with on Sam's Club. Let's do this Lowe's thing together too. So that's what you guys have in front of you, is you have the opportunity to be part of the next Walmart, the next Sam's Club, the next Lowe's and beyond. And we have a leader in Larry Marcus who I can promise you this, and I would stake my reputation on this, that this man has only just begun to scratch the surface of what he's got in store for every single one of us. And so my flag is firmly planted. I know that Shane's and Steph's is, and the other 28 leaders that were 28 minus 3, 25 leaders that were there at the weekend at the Leadership Council with us. Our flags are planted, and I hope your flag will be planted too. Now, if you're just tuning in, I don't know if the timing's right for you to take this kind of an extraordinary step, and just, we're talking about just investing just a few hours a day and a few dollars into your financial future. But I do know this, 4 to 6 or 8 weeks from now, all of us could be sitting back and looking at what you've accomplished. Could be looking at that night that you tuned in, thinking you were going to watch a recruiting webinar, and you heard some 3 guys, there were two guys and a gal on here, training you, and you made the decision to jump on board. And we could be celebrating the money that's coming in, the lifestyle change that's coming in for you, the lives that you'll be able to impact. Or you could do nothing and find yourself 6 to 8 weeks older, 6 to 8 weeks further away from your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, 6 weeks deeper in debt. It's your choice. So as Shane said, make sure you click the video down below this and watch the video that's there. See if it doesn't make perfect sense to you. Know that there's even more than you're going to see on that video that we can't talk about right now. That's huge. And as you always hear me say, the best is yet to come. Steph, take it away and close us out.
Wow, we were given a unique invitation. I felt it was an invitation anyways, when we were in New York, and that was to to totally roll with Larry. You know, that's why I felt like, you know, I've been involved in many companies, many opportunities. You know, I've been given leadership roles before, but never like with what I'm seeing right now, where the CEO of the company actually looks you in your eye and you know that he not only has vision, but that he sees the vision for you, and that he wants you to truly roll along with him, and he wants you to be, you know, one of the top people going there with him. And this is the coolest thing, is that you have an opportunity, just like what John Michael said. You know, you have an opportunity right now to build this Walmart with us, to build this Sam's Club with us, to build this Lowe's with us. You have that opportunity. You know, we can continue to start and finish and stop and start, and, you know, start all these different projects and things and jump around from company to company. But there's something to be said when you plant your flag, and even when the times get tough. You know, what if I told you that I went to New York not knowing what the heck I was going to do, because I was unsure about myself, you know, in terms of this industry? You know, what if I told you I didn't know, and when I went there, you know, my conviction was there. I was able to look Larry Marcus in the face, in the eyes, and say, you know what? I would be stupid not to ride and die with this guy. I'd be stupid. Knowing his vision, knowing where he's going, and knowing what he's setting up for us, I would be foolish. What sense does it make to start and stop and start and stop? Wouldn't it be so much better and even easier to just decide to align yourself and do whatever it takes, no matter how uncomfortable it is, to get you to the place where you're making the money that you know you and your family need? How long are you going to sit there being comfortable doing things on your terms when your terms are not working for you? You know, we're ready to take some people to the top, and it will be uncomfortable for just a little bit, but then you are going to be shouting and screaming and celebrating when you're finally making the kind of money and building the kind of business that you really want to build. You are at a very, very unique time in this business right now. And you're going to look back, if you decide not to heed this information and heed this advice, I guarantee you that come March, April, you know, maybe even sooner than that, you're going to look back and you're going to say, like John Michael said, wow, I was on that hangout with that chick with the crazy hair. I was on that hangout with John Michael and with Shane. And, you know, Shane was calm and cool, but he had a conviction about him. And John Michael had the surety about himself. And stuff was crazy and outrageous, and I chose not to listen, and look where this thing has gone now. You have an opportunity to be our road dogs. Like, you have the opportunity to be right alongside of us doing this thing with us. And that's exactly what we want. We're not wasting our time on this hangout because we like to see ourselves on camera. We all agreed we look a hot mess tonight, but we had to get on this hangout and present for you because we want to really paint the vision of where we're going and how important it is that you heed and take advantage of what's in front of you right now. You know, I wish you had the opportunity to sit in front of Larry Marcus just like we did and hear his story, you know, of going from being just a kid in this industry to being well accomplished to being a millionaire, and how he's helped so many people become millionaires in this industry as well. And you know, one thing that he said, and this is going to strike home, I hope, to someone out there that's listening, he said that everyone he helped to become a millionaire planted their flags with one company. They weren't promoting multiple deals, multiple programs. They weren't entertaining the idea of multiple streams of income, you know, but they planted their flag with one company, and they built that company, and they did whatever it took. They went through hard times. They went through rough times. They stood the test. They stood in there, and they made it happen. And that's what we're prepared to do right now. And we're just inviting you to come on board with us and to do this thing with us. If you're not already aligned with us, make sure you get back to the person that allowed for you to peek in on, you know, this little team huddle tonight, and let them know that you need their link and you need to get signed up. You want to get positioned so that you can take full advantage of all the training and coaching that we're going to put forth over the next coming up weeks. And if you're already on our team, make sure that you reach out to John Michael, Shane, or myself and let us know that you're ready to be one of our top leaders and that you're ready to do whatever it takes to get your business to that next level. I truly believe, and you know, Shane, John Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that we have people right here on this hangout who haven't made a dime who could absolutely be in a position to make between $500 and $1,000 in the next 15 to 30 days. You know, I truly believe it. You know, so get back to your leaders, let them know that you're ready to get plugged in, and make sure that when you connect with them that you're ready to go to work. That's exactly what we're going to show up to do, is we're going to show up and we're going to put you to work, and we're going to work alongside of you. So thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Shane, do you want to say anything in closing before we close it out?
Yeah, just real quick, I wanted to show you something on the whiteboard. No, I'm just kidding.
And another thing.
And another thing. No, everybody, in the words of Larry Marcus, take charge. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, John, Michael. Everybody have a great night.
Good
Good night,
night.
everybody.